We go to school to get a job, to make a life for ourselves. You get up every day, even when you don't want to punch the clock in the morning until it's time to punch the clock to go home. So why should drug abusers be given money while not holding a job, using taxpayers' dollars to fund their habits? With first-hand experience watching welfare recipients sell their food stamps at a 2-to-1 ratio to supply themselves with money for their next fix. This is a serious matter. Because nobody likes to be taken advantage of. Why should we get drug tested to work for our money while drug abusers are able to receive welfare and support themselves off of our taxes? Welfare is in place to temporarily assist people who have come into financial struggles, hardships. It is not a permanent solution. We can solve this issue by mandating drug tests when receiving government assistance. In a perfect world, people will want to work for what they have and find a newfound level of self-respect. For too long, people have abused the help that the government provides when times get tough. Living from the experience I have and seeing it all firsthand, how easy it is to use and abuse the system to get free money, food, and housing. David Vitter, a Louisiana U.S. Senator, said, "Government programs should not encourage lifelong dependency." If we keep sitting here idly while people continue to take advantage of the government help, who have no plan to get off drugs and use the system to make a life. We will be working to support their addiction. This has to come to an end. We work ourselves to the bone for what? Our taxes to pay for someone's addiction? I think not. Slide 1. Statistics about people on government assistance. How many people in the last few years have gotten food stamps, or how many people in the U.S. are on welfare. Slide number 2. Drug users who receive welfare versus drug users who are not on welfare. Drug users, people who receive welfare, and people who are on drugs and receive welfare. We have just discussed an issue about a very sensitive topic. Let's move on to the solution to this problem. The solution for this issue is kind of time-consuming, but in theory, it will be the push that addicts need to become sober and get back on their feet and to provide for themselves. Slide 3. This is Oklahoma push for drug testing for welfare recipients proposed in November in 2012. When applying for government assistance, there will be a drug test or form that they have a form admitting that they have a substance abuse problem and want to seek help to get their life back on track. A treatment plan will be provided, whether it be detox or inpatient treatment. Once in and going through treatment, medical assistance will be provided to help with any medical issues that may have arisen while using drugs. If you have a family, the benefits will not affect them while you are in treatment, or while they are in treatment, so that they are well taken care of while you are taking care of yourself. After treatment, they will be monitored and subject to random drug tests to ensure that they are staying on the straight and narrow. They will then be assisted in getting back into the workplace through a government-assisted work program. Another idea proposed by Jack Kingston, U.S. Representative from Georgia, is a 94% accurate, non-invasive written test that identifies a person who is likely to use drugs. They would then have to take a drug test. This has been upheld in New Jersey, Texas, and Indiana. Now that we have covered a huge issue and two great options to resolve it, let's talk about living in a perfect world. If and when this plan works, I can see drug use dropping to an all-time low. Perhaps people will be able to provide for their families with a newfound confidence. Government assistance will be there for the people who truly need it, people who suffer from medical illness or overseas injuries. Our tax dollars will go to for good use. But on the flip side, that the public may view this as unfair or unjust, then our tax money will continue to be given to the people who view government assistance as a life plan. Our streets begin to flood with more addicts, homeless. I can see that the up-and-coming generation will want to take after their parents and coast on the tail of the working class. Welfare is here to help provide a safety net to get people back on their feet, not a means to make ends meet. We need to put an end to this madness and get people back on their feet and out into the workplace. So providing the help for someone whose light has been long burnt out on their journey is better than punishing them for asking for help. This will give them something worth living for. Everybody wants to see everyone around them doing well. It makes me happy. It'll make you happy to have no homeless, no people wandering down the road wondering why. And I may have never received welfare, but I was given a second chance at life when I should have been thrown in jail with no chance for the bail. We must all work together in restoring faith in humanity, one person at a time.